Hey Metas, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge, and today I'm going to teach you all about Prime Wars in Once Human. Before we start, don't forget to help my channel by liking and subscribing, and to check the playlist for all sorts of gameplay and to-the-point guides for Once Human and other games. Prime Wars are essentially instanced world bosses that up to 40 players from any world in the same server can participate in. You will earn a first-time completion reward of Star Crom, along with up to 3 reward chests based on your personal contribution, which we'll talk about later. Inside these reward chests can include Stardust Source, which is a resource used for upgrades and crafting, weapon and armor mod parts used for upgrading your mods, actual mods, random weapons and armor, Eclipse Cortexes used in base defense to earn Star Crom, fuel, gunpowder, energy links, and even deviations. In the world, there are Prime War locations with different difficulties and different world bosses that'll spawn and try to make their way to a generator called the Staroid Restrainer and destroy it. Somewhere in the Prime War location will be a large pool of silver, and that is where the world boss will spawn when 200 Staroid is inserted into the Staroid Restrainer. The objective is to kill the boss before this happens. The problem is that it not only has a ton of hit points, multiple phases, and adds that spawn, it has a silver health shield that decreases normal bullet damage by 95%, making it near impossible to remove it without some special help. It's recommended that players create obstacles prior to the start of the fight for the boss and the adds to slow them down. Otherwise, it will beeline straight for the Staroid Restrainer and try to destroy it, causing everyone to fail and, no matter the rating, gain no reward chests. The silver health shield takes massive damage from Gatling turrets, a special turret from the mimetic tree of building, Turret Defense 1. Note that at the bottom of the mimetic tree is Turret Defense 2, which has Gatling turret version 2 that does 40% more damage. These turrets require special ammunition called biomass missiles, which is unlocked in Turret Defense 1. Very expensive to make, they do massive damage to the silver shield and will guarantee a large rating at the end, which we'll talk about later. Once the shield is down, you'll be able to damage the boss with your normal guns, possibly triggering special phases at certain health points that can make it immune temporarily. Make sure you're looking at the prompts at the top of the screen to see what you may need to do next. If you succeed, there will be no chests or places to loot. A rating screen will pop up showing your rating, and you can check how you did compared to everyone else on the scoreboard tab. If you look at the detailed rating screen, it'll show you how you earned your rating. Essentially, ratings are based off of how much silver shield damage you do to the boss, how much body damage you do to the boss, defeating 5, 20, 50 normal or elite enemies, building defense structures that block damage, building defense weapons that deal damage to enemies, healing and rezzing players, and finally, how fast you achieve victory. Although it may be foreign to you the first couple of times you do it, your rating in the normal mode Prime Wars will likely be based off the silver shield damage you do, along with the body damage. But at higher difficulties, the other categories will play a bigger part. When the team lacks enough DPS, building fences near the world boss spawn and the path to the Staroid Restrainer can be a good way to earn extra rating. Once you get used to what's happening and you're ready to truly contribute and earn the reward boxes, I recommend to at least make the biomass missiles at your synthesizer workbench, which requires steel, stardust, and premium fuel. If you're lucky, at the Prime War location, there might be an empty Gatling turret that you can sit in and use. Note that you cannot see how many missiles you have on you, and you shoot them with your left mouse button. There is a specialization for red plasma missiles that are even more expensive, but does even more damage to the silver shield, and could almost guarantee a 1,000-point rating alone. Do note that these missiles are shot with the right mouse button when in the turret, and only last for 24 hours, so you only want to make a few at a time. Neither biomass nor red plasma missiles can be shot with the craftable bazooka heavy gun. I like to rely on myself and bring the resources to make my own Gatling turret. I like to build it in my base first, then demolish it, which will put the materials directly into my inventory. Then place it on a foundation in the arena that has a good firing arc of the boss. Just make sure you enter it immediately because you don't want other players to enter it, preventing you from using it. While they can't use your biomass missiles, they might prevent you from shooting or contributing in that battle. If this is your first time getting 1,000+ points in a Prime War, you'll earn a Frontier Pass to be able to participate in the next difficulty mode version of it, which will have better rewards, but is obviously much more difficult. And that's Prime Wars in Once Human, an endgame public event that is instance, world boss that requires special ammo to take down their special shields, and then teamwork to prevent the ads and the boss from destroying the generator. I hope it helped you out. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Once Human, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.